Good evening, everyone. So, hope everybody is doing fine. So, this is for backup, right? Plan for backup, which is a decent enough backup, being the ACIO of Intelligence Bureau. You will be doing some exciting stuff there. Okay, you will be somewhat of a spy, more of the job profile Others will tell. All right. So I'll just hand over to others.
So, without wasting much time, we'll begin with the strategy for IB ACIO examination. Just a minute. Yeah, we'll begin the strategy session for IB ACIO. And this is especially for UPSC aspirants. Why I say this session is especially for UPSC aspirants is because I don't want UPSC students to waste a lot of time on this preparation. I want all of you to just use your smartness and just prepare it in the limited time and do your best in the exam so that you can clear the all three stages. Okay, so let's begin with the session. So basically, who should apply for IB ACIO, right? So many people will be overwhelmed with the notification, right? Oh, just a minute. People are joining. Okay. So many people were overwhelmed with the number of vacancies that this year they had released. So people who have already given 2+ UPSC attempts, I would highly suggest for them to go for this examination. And for the people who are in dire need of a job right now, okay, or few people will be having some financial constraints during their UPSC preparation. So you guys can go ahead with the preparation for IB ACIO 2. And last date for applying for the post is 10th of August. So don't delay in don't delay in applying for the post. Okay. Coming to the post details, I'll be going in detail. The post for which the notification has been given is for Assistant Central Intelligence Officer, Grade 2, which is executive. And by seeing this, you might be shocked now. Group C post, non-gazetted and non-ministerial. So what happens is that whenever you see a pay scale of level 7, generally it is of Group B job. But because of some technical issues, the job has been put in Group C, which will be told later in the training phase, the reason for it being included in the Group C post. Okay. And the career projection for this post will be you will be joining as ACIO 2 and in Group C mode, and you'll be going to ACIO 1 in 3 to 4 years for Group B job. Okay. So within 3 to 4 years with a departmental exam, you'll be going to you'll be reaching the Group B stage, right? Then after 10 years, you'll be reaching DCIO post, which is Deputy Central Intelligence Officer, that is of Group A nature, and later you'll be reaching up to Assistant Director of IB, right? And coming to the department comes under Ministry of Home Affairs, right? And coming to the pay scale, yeah, coming to the pay scale, it's of level 7, which means if I have to say it in the crude words, it will be around somewhere around 75K to 1.1 lakh per month. This looks very lucrative for a Group C job because none of the other Group C jobs will be paying this high. And I think few of the Group A jobs also might not be paying this much at the entry level, right? And during training, you'll be getting somewhere around 63K as your salary, okay, during training. And one of the major changes that I've seen is the number of vacancies this year. In 2023, it was just 996 vacancies. There were only 996 vacancies. And this year, it's been like into four, right? So it's around 3,700 vacancies, which means nearly four times the more vacancies. And obviously, it will attract so many people to apply for this examination. And you can look into this breakup of seats. For UR, it is 1500, and for rest of the other categories, you can look into it later. And coming to the eligibility criteria, graduation is a must, and most of you, I think, will already be having graduation. Or and knowledge of computers, right? Knowledge of computers is desirable. Nowhere in the examination process you'll be having any kind of typing test or computer knowledge based questions in the examination process. So you don't have to worry. Basically, you will have a basic knowledge of computers would be enough. Okay. Coming to the age limit, it will be 27 years for unreserved category, and plus 3 years for OBC, and plus 5 years for SC and ST, right? Coming to exam structure, this exam will be held in three phases. One is prelims, one is mains or descriptive, we can call, and another one is interview, right? So in this tier 1 exam, will be online mode, tier 2 will be offline, and obviously interview will be offline mode. Okay. And coming to tier 1, generally what happens in these kind of exams, there will be four sections. Okay, there will be four sections. If the pattern is of 100 questions, generally SSC and some other exams, they will be having four sections of general studies, numerical aptitude, reasoning, English, right? But in IB ACIO, they have included one more, current affairs and general studies are separated. Okay, so these two, I think the UPSC aspirant will be having some upper hand because of this general studies 20 marks and a bit of current affairs, let's say. Okay, so 20 plus 20 questions are already, you're already in a better position, right? And coming to reasoning also will be a bit like UPSC only, very basic kind of reasoning questions will be asked, and you can do with the minimum preparation. Okay, and coming to English, everybody will be better in English. Uh, you don't have any, you don't face any issues in attempting all 20 out of 20 questions, or you might be facing few antonyms and synonyms questions, one or two here and there might be tougher, on the tougher side, right? But the problem where the UPSC students will be facing a problem here, right? Why? Because numerical aptitude requires a lot of practice, and practice per se, I mean all the basic topics of quants should be practiced very well so that you reach a minimum of, let's say, out of 20 questions you should be able to reach 10 to 15 or 12 to 15 questions, right? Only then you will be able to clear cutoff of this stage 1. So I'll give the further details in the next slides, but before that I'll just tell you about the strategy for your 60 minutes breakup, because the exam is for 60 minutes and number of questions are 100 questions. So basically we'll have to solve every question in less than a minute on an average. Okay. So coming to the first section and second section, the current affairs section and the general studies section. Yeah, and before that, okay. If anybody has a doubt in between, just raise your hand and ask it in the chat box. Okay, so coming to current affairs and general studies, you give it 6 plus 6 minutes. Maybe now you won't be getting the distribution of marks and all because you're listening to it for the first time. So whenever you look into a mock test or the last year paper, you get back to the video and just check after giving the test, you check the timings where if you're reaching the if you're finishing the exam in the same timeline. Okay. So for current affairs and general studies, you'll have to take like 6 plus 6, that is 12 minutes, 12 minutes at max. Here again, it depends. Few people can take this as 7 plus 5, few people can do it in 8 plus 4. It all depends on the individuals, because few people can remember the factual things of current affairs very easily, and few people can will be very better in analytical type of questions in general studies, right? And in general studies, I mean to say geography plus economy plus polity and all of your basic UPSC prelim syllabus only. So those things you'll be covering it in UPSC preparation only. So you don't have to stress a lot here. Okay. And coming to numerical aptitude, you will be having 20 questions and you will have to dedicate 25 minutes for this one. And many of the people will be giving 25 minutes in the early stage itself. Like soon after you begin the online examination, you will have a portal where you can switch the tabs here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you will have the tabs to be switched. So you can attempt any tab, any section, anytime. But I would highly suggest you to go for these easy sections beforehand, so that you'll be already done with 40 questions in 12 minutes. So that will be a confidence booster for you. And after that, you can go for maths by then, because you'll be already having kind of warm up, right? So initially, when you begin with these quants, what happens generally is you will tend to give more time for solving questions, because they'll be doable, but they are time taking, right? So when they're time taking and doable, there will be that temptness to complete anyhow for all to go for all the 20 questions, right? So you will have to take this section after these sections, or maybe after 1 or 2 sections. Okay. Coming to reasoning, reasoning will be 20 questions again, and 17 minutes are enough to do. And nearly between 17 to 18 minutes, you have to give. Whatever the number of questions you can solve in 18 minutes, it should not cross 18 minutes. Okay. And English again, it's 6 minutes or less than 6 minutes if people are good at comprehension and grammar. Okay. Coming to the negative marking, there will be minus 0.25 for every wrong answer. So I would suggest you to attempt 90 plus questions, and you will have to leave 10 questions, nearly 10 questions, which are of very factual in nature, of current affairs, or let's say quants where you'll have very lengthy questions, or some tricky questions will be there. So somewhere between five questions in quants, let's say, and somewhere between 2 to 3 questions in current affairs, and somewhere, let's say, 1 or 2 questions in English. Okay. So you have to attempt 90 plus. Don't attempt like 100 questions completely you fill, and you might lose out on those very factual questions where you have taken non-intelligent guesses, where you don't even have a single idea on those things, and you are still taking the chances there. So don't do those things in those current affairs section. Okay. And coming to tier 2 descriptive paper, it will be very easy per se, because essay will be of 20 marks. In 2023, it was of 30 marks. Now they have reduced it to 20 marks. And for English comprehension, it will be 10 marks. They'll be giving you a paragraph, and they'll be giving 5 questions of 2 marks each, which will be total of 10 marks. Okay, they'll be giving 3, 4 lines for each question, and very direct questions will be there from the comprehension you will have to answer, just like your school days comprehension answers. Okay. And coming to English long answers questions, this was not there in 2023. This section is new one here. In 2023 and before that, there was pre writing that we have seen in UPSC mains English paper. So you won't have pre-rating this year, which is a good thing, because it would have taken a lot of time usually, because you have to reduce the whole paragraph to 1/3 of total words. So good. This is a good move from IB, because this will be, yeah, because this will be easy for UPSC aspirants who have already, who are already preparing for UPSC, because you are better at writing answers. I hope so. Because even sir will be giving a lot of questions every day in the group, so those would be enough, right? So if you are able to tackle sir's questions, then you will be able to write these two long answers easily without any issue, right? And tier 3 will be of 100 marks, which will be, according to me, is a decider, because what happens in these prelims questions, so many people will be getting in the range of they'll be getting the marks in the range of, let's say, out of 100 marks in prelims. People generally score around, let's say, 55 to 70 marks. Okay, this is the average or above average. Students will be scoring these many marks. What happens? The marks will get averaged out even in mains, because it will be of 50 marks only mains. Okay, so when these two are averaged out, the only place where you can play according to your strengths is the interview, right? The interview, right? It will be of 100 marks, and it will be in your hand only how you take your interview further. And it will be based majorly, it will be based on your DAF and internal security questions. For this, your UPSC notes itself is sufficient. Okay, and DAF, anyways, how you um, present yourself in front of the panel, it will be based on that. Okay, coming to the strategy for tier one, the detailed strategy. Okay, so here what happens for for current affairs, just 6 to 8 months of current affairs is enough. That too of national and international importance, defense, awards, summits, and government schemes. If you do these many sections, that will be more than enough, and it is only for 6 to 8 months. You don't have to do it for 1 year, 1.5 years, and all. And if people who do not have time to cover 8 months of current affairs can go with the 6 months of last 6 months of current affairs. Okay, let's say from February or March you can go. Okay, then resources and sources for current affairs. You can refer to if you are referring to Vision IAS or Drishti or IAS Parliament or whatever magazines you are referring, monthly magazine, those. And if you're reading newspapers every day, that will be enough. But what happens? Few factual questions you cannot tackle from newspapers. Like you will forget it. Today you might read some index, but tomorrow you might forget. Like after 2 3 days you will forget the exact figure, right? So for those things, what I did was there were some PDFs from Parcham classes. One of my friends had sent it. I referred to those PDFs where they had given exactly these national days, international days, and all the indexes and all the awards, all these things, right? So if you, it is better if you go for such compilations, and there'll be one more compilation of such sort will be this PD current affairs, which people will be referring for some exams like SSC and all. So you can go with this, or for current affairs you can even do marathon classes. Just type in current affairs of this month. You will be getting marathon classes on those months. So you can do this in the end. Let's say your exam will be somewhere in the September. So you take out some time and just watch, sit and just binge watch all the current affairs so that you will remember 2 to 3 times you watch it in 2x or 3x. Okay. And coming to the general studies for polity, yes, Lakshmikant. For economy, if you're referring to Mrinal sir's notes or it is Vivek Singh, anything is fine. Okay. For history, if you're referring to, and modern history would suffice here. For history, you can refer to Spectrum if you're referring already. Then for geography, it is NCRTs. Nothing beyond this. Uh, Very important thing here is Indian geography rather than physical geography. Indian geography. Focus more on your Indian geography. Okay. And few people can might already have referred to Lucent, right? Lucent and uh, some GK books will be there, so you can refer to those for science section and all, right? And for numerical aptitude, these are the topics that you need to focus: simplification, ratio, profit and loss, simple interest, compound interest, time and work, data interpretation. Okay, so these are the basic questions. These are the basic topics that you need to cover at any cost. Because what happens, these are like, let's say around 8 topics are there, and each topic might be repeating. Some topics will be having 2 to 3 questions. Let's say ratio and proportion, profit losses, and these are the topics that will be generally referring for UPSC CSAT also, right? So if you already have some notes ready for these things, go and refer those to those notes and practice tests. Okay. And whenever I say give time to IB preparation, it's all about 90% for test and 10% for your revision. Okay. Because in numerical aptitude without practice you cannot expect a call for mains. Okay, so you will have to have a good hold. It's not tough also, the questions won't be very tough. They'll be very basic, but the thing is you have to do it in a very quick time, right? That is why practice is required. And coming to for numerical algebra, if you have notes for CSAT, no, then refer to those things. If you don't have, then go for RS Agarwal book for quants and Cooker Math by M. Tyra. Although if many people already have notes, then go refer this only. Hmm. Then coming to reasoning again it will be on a lighter side. Series, syllogism, and coding, decoding, puzzles, blood relations. Mostly it will be composing of these only. And these are again UPSC kind of reasoning will be there, and you can you can have a upper hand here also because you'll be covering it in UPSC CSAT also. Okay, and the same source will be there for this also. And coming to English, I think English everybody will be good at English, and they'll be asking a basic grammar, synonyms, antonyms, fill in the blanks, close test, which is again kind of fill in the blanks only. Parajumbles, they'll be giving four different statements. You'll have to arrange them to make a meaningful paragraph. Okay, it will be easy. And I would not suggest any source for this because most of you will be comfortable with the English generally. If not, then you can refer to Ren and Martin or some 24 into 7. There is some website. You can refer to this one. Coming to tips, these tips are a combination of my mistakes and my experience. So I would suggest you to attempt 90 questions. I had attempted 90 questions and skip random facts related questions. Like I told earlier, you have to skip current affairs based, very factual based questions. Like in my shift, they had asked some India's rank in climate change performance index. It was around seventh or eighth, and the options will be like six, seven, eight, nine. Okay, so you will have to, you either you should be, thorough with the facts, or you should skip these things because I had covered it in the marathon in the morning while I was going to the center, I could answer that question. So sometimes such things also might be helping. So until last minute, don't stop watching those marathon videos or revising your PDFs for current affairs. Somewhere it might help. Okay. And coming to time management is very important because you have to solve 100 questions, right? So that is why you practice this in mocks because what you practice in mocks, you will be carrying it in the exam. It'll be you will be carrying it in the exam hall, right? And coming to mock tests, you will have two good platforms where the one is Textbook, the other one is Olive Board. I gave a test in a textbook. I've not used Olive Board, but so many people recommend this also. So you can go through both of them and choose which one you prefer. Okay. And in textbook, you will be having to take subscription or something like that for 1 month or 3 months or 1 year, let's say. So you purchase that and start giving tests. Okay. The moment you start giving tests, you will understand in what range you lie and how much practice you require. Okay. And coming to the exam cycle of IB, generally what happens if the prelims is taking place, let's say, according to me, it should be in August end or September beginning, right? Because in 2023, the notification came in December, and prelims was just after 1 month. That was in January 2nd or third week it was. Okay. So you can expect the same here. Notification has come out recently, and you might be having exam in August or September. Coming to mains, you will have good amount of time. It will be around, let's say, 5 to 6 months time will be there, which even UPSC won't be giving for mains. So yeah, this is more than enough considering 50 marks, right? So it will be somewhere around December or January. Okay. And coming to interview, again, it takes around 5 to 6 months, good 5 to 6 months of time. And then it might be in May or June. Okay. And final results will be in next year, August or September. So it constitutes nearly 1 year. So you guys know your risk appetite. You guys know, just a minute. Yeah. You guys know what your strengths and weaknesses are. So according to that, you prepare for this exam, but the cycle is going to be nearly 1 year. Okay. And what happens sometimes is with your UPSC preparation, there might be some interference. There might be some overlapping because let's say if the prelims is happening here, it's okay. If people are giving mains this year, then this might be the first interference point. The second point will be here. Here, prelims 2026. might be overlapping here. So it is wise to balance both of things during interview phase. Okay, that is for later time, but you will have to manage things. Coming to cutoff, what happens with the cutoff is there is no official cutoff that you have to score this much to get into the list. There is nothing like that. But the notification, if you observe, it mentions that you will have to take a minimum 35 marks for UR and DWS, and 34 and 33 for OBC and SC/ST respectively. Here, what happens is 35 is the minimum marks that you need to score. Above that, there will be a merit list, I could say. Based on that, they'll be calling for interview, right? So so many people will be having this doubt of 30. If I score 35, will I be clearing prelims? No, that is not the case. Okay, and same with mains also. The descriptive paper, you have to score 33% of the total marks, which is 17 marks out of 50 marks. But that does not guarantee you interview call. The higher the marks, higher are your chances to get the interview call, right? So these are just minimum marks, the marks you need to score. Okay. Coming to tier two, I quickly run through for tier two. For essay, you will have to write around somewhere 400 words. So it will be like one third of your UPSC essay, and the number of pages also will be one third, more or less 3 to 4 pages will be given. You will have to write around 400 to 450 words. Okay. And the topics here are generally the topics that will be generally asked in exams like CAPF and all. The majorly socio-economic topics, technological topics, environmental and governance. And the source basically will be for it will be for let's say for environment and governance and science and tech. You can refer to EDSART or some other coaching institutes material that you generally refer for GS answer writings, right? So, and for socio-economic, you might be having already notes with you regarding education, women, health, all these things. So you have some notes ready with you, some data ready with you, so that you'll be better equipped to fill those 400 words. Uh, and here you will be having that advantage of being an UPSC aspirant because you know how to articulate things, right? If someone has written UPSC essay tests and all, you'll be having some idea. Even if you have not written, it's okay. You don't have to panic. You can prepare it because you will have good 6 months of preparation time, right? Next. So this is the sample question, not sample question. This is the exact last year's question on essay. You will have to write only one essay out of, let's say, how many? Five essays were given, and only one essay had to be written. And even if you prepare one of these topics very well, they would be reflecting here, right? The women's education, increasing dependence on technology, equitable economic growth, social media, impact of tourism. So these are very generic topics which you can expect. And every year the topics will be more or less, but they'll be just in different jargons. Okay, and for paragraph writing, this is for essay. Okay, and for paragraph you'll be having, just I told you a while ago, 2 marks questions. 2 marks will be there for each question, and there'll be 5 questions, so it will be for 10 marks and it will be easy. No need to worry here. And for long answers, you can expect questions this year from national security, intelligence agencies, neighborhood, India's relationship with the neighborhood, and socio-economic topics, like I told for essay, right? So if you have a bit of notes for all these things, you'll be better equipped to attend all the questions, all those 2 questions, which are according to new pattern. So you'll be able to write those questions. Coming to tier three, that is interview phase. Before coming to this phase, I'll clarify one thing here. For prelims, you'll be writing, so many lakhs of people will be writing. Among them, 1 is to 10 will be called for mains. That which means if there are 3,700 posts, then 37,000 people will be clearing mains this year. This is according to last year's ratio. Okay. And from here to here, why I said mains, you don't have to worry a lot about yeah. Am I audible? Hello? Yeah. Okay. So 37,000 people will be clearing prelims, and out of that, 18,000 people will be giving interview. So which means here 1:2 ratio from here to here. So almost 50% of the people can be giving interview, right? So once you get interview call, the ratio again gets increased, right? 1:5 will be the selection rate. Out of every five people, only five people giving interview, one person will be selected as intelligence officer. So final posts are 3.7K, 3,700 posts. Okay. And regarding interview, there'll be some special security questionnaire where they'll ask a few basic details about you and your family, and there will be attestation form which will act as kind of DAF, where you'll fill all your hobbies, your interests, all your academic uh, achievements and all. So based on those, questions will be asked in the interview. The panel will be generally of three or four members, and one of them will be IPS. So the interview will be very nice to attend, and the panel also will be very accommodative. Okay. And final selection criteria. So many people in many exams, usually this does not happen. Generally, it will be of mains and interview, as we have seen in UPSC. But here, all three phases, the marks of all three phases will matter. Okay. So every single marks you score in prelims, in mains, and interview will contribute to your final selection. Okay. So this you have to make note of this. So that is why wherever it is possible, what are your strengths, you try to maximize your marks in those phases. Okay. That will maximize your final selection percentage. And coming to the pros of applying for this exam and giving this exam is it acts as a solid plan B, right? For UPSC aspirants, especially, it'll be a solid plan B with the salary allowances and with the nature of job. Yeah, I forgot to tell you about the nature of job. So if you get selected as IB ACIO 2, you will be having one ground job, another one will be immigration officer at airport. So if you're posted in airport, just a minute. Yeah, if you're posted in airport, which means it is either city X or Y, tier one or tier two city, and your allowances will be according to those cities only. So your salary will go above 1 lakh easily. And considering the eighth pay commission, which will be coming in 2026 or 27, salary is expected easily to go above 1.2 lakh. Okay. So this is the reason why it's a solid plan B for UPSC aspirants. Okay, this I've told this about lucrative pay scale, and yeah, in this job you will not have the monotonous job that most of uh, the people right now will be having in many fields, right? So you don't have that monotonous kind of job. Every day will be something new. Every day you have to collect intelligence of some interesting things, and the intelligence won't be of the same nature every single day. It differs day to day, right? So that will be a very thrilling job and sense of serving your country. So whenever you are collecting an intelligence for your country, you'll be acting as invisible, backbone of your security, internal security, right? So you'll be having that sense of security and a sense of serving the country. And work-life balance. Coming to work-life balance, why I say this is because people, when they listen to this post name, they'll be feeling, okay, the job might be hectic, very hectic. No, initially that won't be that hectic because uh, if you are pressurized mentally, you cannot collect the intelligence in that peaceful mindset, right? So you need to have that peaceful mindset in order to collect the intelligence. That is why there will be good work-life balance. Your works won't be too hectic. Okay. Next, time to prepare for other exams. Okay, so one of the major reasons, like around 90% of the aspirants who are attempting going for this exam is to buy some time for UPSC preparation, which is possible in ACIO post, right? So initially we'll not be having a lot of work and the hard postings. If you don't get hard postings, I'll tell you what hard postings are. But if you don't have that, then you'll have enough time to prepare for UPSC. Like few of my seniors in Delhi used to prepare for UPSC by working in IB. Okay, so you can do that. That is the major advantage of giving this exam. But if you similarly, if you consider for other Plan B exams like banking and all, it's like almost done with your UPSC journey, because once you get your banking kind of job, you will not have enough time to prepare for UPSC. Okay, so I was telling about hard posting. No? I'll explain it in the next slide. So, like every job, there'll be cons with IB ACIO also. So here, there's no power or recognition, I would say. Uh, I would rather say there is no recognized power, okay? Because you will be having power, but that cannot be, seen by people like UPSC or some civil services job. You won't be having that kind of aura in this exam, in this post. So what you have to do is stay, stay invisible, stay incognito, and then work whatever the work is there. You will have to do that. So yes, you cannot, show off or do that aura farming here, right? Then all India postings will be there. You cannot deny the postings. Wherever they allot you the posting, you will have to go there. But there's a catch here. If you are sent to hard posting, by hard posting I mean Northeast, Punjab region, Jammu and Kashmir region. Basically, these regions, when you're sent to these regions, you'll be given 3 years of postings there in those hard postings. After that, you'll be given your home zone. Will be preference will be asked from you so that you can get back to your home zone, right? So this is one of the advantages also and disadvantage also. Initially, you'll be put in the hard stage, and this is not for everybody. This is for few people, few unlucky will get there. So after 3 years, you'll be anyways coming back to the home zone. Okay, and work might sometimes might be 24 into 7. So whenever there is some VIP visit in your posting area, then you'll have to be alert all the times, and you'll have to be sometimes present there collecting the data for 24 into 7, right? So this won't be every time, but sometimes yes, I'll have to tell this also. So sometimes you will have to spend time here. Okay, so these are the basic things I wanted to cover. If anybody has any doubts, you can go ahead and ask in the chat section, or I'll give you access to speak. I'll be here for 2 more minutes, then by then, yes, Akshay, I'll be giving the PDF. Okay, if nobody has any doubts, yeah. And coming to the mock test, whenever you start giving mock tests, here I was, yeah, here. Whenever you start giving mock tests, number of mock tests depend on on individuals, right? So few people can do it in 5 to 8 mock tests only because they might be scoring very high, let's say around 70 marks initially. when they give mock tests. For them, it is 5 to 8 just to understand the pattern and timings. You can give 5 to 8. For few people, it will be around 40 marks or 50 marks. They'll be beginning with this. You'll you'll have to give so many tests till when you score about 70 plus marks in the mocks. Okay, until you score 70 marks, you keep giving the mock tests. Okay, so this is about mock tests. Anything else? If somebody has any doubt regarding preparation or in general about IB ACIO, you can post it in the chat section, or I'll be ending the session in 1 or 2 minutes. Okay. Okay. Looks like uh, there are no doubts. I'll be ending the session.